Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, his video is quite late. So I was hoping to do it by Friday. Then I had a frisbee tournament. Then I thought I could do it by the Monday. But things have been getting in the way. It's been quite a busy week. But I'm here. Sorry, the lighting's quite bad. My face looks unnaturally white. I'm not a vampire. Don't worry. Don't phone phone the ambulance or anything. It's just I've been trying and see how to do the lighting in his room. It's been quite annoying. So, first video. So we're going to talk about the frisbee tournament. Going to get to know me, and I'm going to cover a bit of current events. I get most of my news from BBC News, New Scientist, things like that. So I trust them. So let's see what fun stuff has been happening in the news. But first. Hey guys, so I thought for you to get to know me, instead of me just talking about myself, which can be a bit boring, I'm going to go through the posters in my room, which you can see if you're in the background. So without further ado, let's see the posters in my room. Let's go! We're going to go clockwise. They're not really in any particular order. But let's do it! Da, 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 da. So, you start over here. First we have Ghost Recon. It's a tactical shooter, Tom Clancy game. Most of the shooting's outdoors. You're given the situation, you have to take out a terrorist and get some hostages. Good tactical shooter, quite an old game. I played it with my brother. It's good fun though. And then next we've got Rainbow Six, again Tom Clancy game. Pretty much the same idea, but you're mostly indoors. Bit more refined. Incredibly frustrating though. It's a very sort of tactical shooter. You have to be very careful. And again, I played that with my brother. Moving further down, we've got Commandos 3. It is a third-person real-time strategy. You're in charge of a group of commandos in World War II, set of tasks. Very good game. Again, I played that with my brother. Then sort of similar games is sort of Men of War, Red Tide. It's sort of the same idea. World War II, commanding units. You play as the Russians, but you usually command more people. And then Soldiers, which is sort of the same series as like a spin-off. But no, they're great fun. So moving further on, if you go over here, you might recognise these toys, and then the Portal 2 person, Peabody, yeah, and old Joe. And, oh no, you can't see that. Right, so let's move across. We've got Inception. I generally like Christopher Nolan, I really like Inception. Good soundtrack, just generally a good film. Moving down here, the Stanley Parable. This is an interesting game. It's you sort of have to make decisions, walk through doors, and there's like a narrator, and there's like a branching storyline. Yeah, it's a really interesting, really funny game actually. It's probably one of the funniest games I remember. And then from the same people, it's Beginner's Guide, which is again walking as a narrator, but it sort of tells a different story, a bit more serious one, but still very good games. Moving on, Papers, Please. This is a very interesting indie game. It's a game where you play as a border control person checking passports, and you're asked to make like moral decisions in this sort of fictional country. But it's a very interesting game. It's quite unique, really. It's not many games that you play as a passport control person. But anyway, and we've got Portal. Yeah, there's going to be a few Valve games. I'm sorry, Portal. Fantastic game. Really well liked, enough said. Moving across, that's my bed, hang on. We've got Half-Life. Yeah, there's a few Half-Life places coming up. Enough said. Kingdom Rush. This is a tower defense game. Started off on Armour Games as an online thing, and now it's on Steam, on the App Store. And it's, yeah, I love tower defense, and it's got some gorgeous graphics. Look at that, fantastic. Moving on, Half-Life 2, it's meant to be like a film, but it's not. Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Another Half-Life, the time is 8:47, it's a reference from the first game. This War of Mine. Now, this is interesting. This is a game, it's like a sort of survival game, but you play as civilians in Sarajevo during I think it's the Bosnian War. So it's meant to be, it shows sort of the civilian costs of war, and it's quite and on top of that, it's quite a good strategy survival game. You sort of alternate between day and night. No, really good, quite a sort of powerful game as well. So moving across quickly, The Matrix, good film, yeah, philosophy, martial arts, Keanu Reeves. What could go wrong? Fantastic. Darwinia. This is a game by Introversion Software. They made. It started off as like a Mac game developer, I think in sort of the early 2000s. This is a strategy game set in a digital universe, and you help out sort of little green stick men. Then they came up with a Multiwinia, which was the multiplayer version. They've made a few interesting games actually. A lot of them are on Steam now. The hacking one, Uplink, which is quite interesting way. It's a whole game about hacking. But they're a really good company. I think they might have gone bust, but it's a shame. I really do like their games. Robot Wars, yes! This is a British show, TV show. It's now hosted by Daryl O'Brien. Used to be hosted by Craig Charles, where engineers make robots and you fight them in an arena. What's not to love? Fantastic show. Trackmania, a racing game. I played it with my cousin in Italy quite a lot. Generally good fun. Super hot. This is a shooter. I think it's a few years old now. But the game only moves when you move. So it's an interesting take on sort of the shooter games. Half-Life, but that's 3 posters in one. Whoa! Mythbusters, a US show. People take myths like these two people, Adam Savage, Jamie Hyneman. They take myths like you can't make a lead balloon. They test it out scientifically. It was off for a while. They've come back. They've got 2 new hosts. It's not as good, but it's a good show for getting people into science. And the stuff they did was they're really interesting. And then we have that's not a poster. That's a mirror. I don't really use it very much. Moving on, we're about maybe at halfway. I'm not sure. Up here we have Mass Effect. Yeah, Mass Effect is just one of those games where you just love, you love the universe, you love the world, you like the characters. You just like to sort of immerse yourself, even though it is not always about the fighting and the shooting. But yeah, it's amazing really. They made it quite quickly, the first one, and they sort of created a universe. It's sort of like creating Star Wars overnight. It's that sort of world. Really enjoyable. Moving on top row, we've got The Dark Knight by Christopher Nolan. Again, a good sort of gritty, realistic Batman. Quite enjoyed it. Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah, great game. Played it. I haven't played any other Assassin's Creed games yet, but I really like number 2. Medal of Honor. It is it sort of was a spin-off series from Call of Duty when some developers decided to sort of split off. But it's a good World War II shooter. I played with my brother, multiplayer quite a lot. Yeah, good game, very enjoyable. Geneforge Saga. It's an old Mac game, an old RPG. You're set in this sort of fictional universe, and you can sort of make creatures, and they can sort of be your servants, and they fight for you. Yeah, it's made by Spiderweb Software, an old developer, and I think they've gone bust, but they were really nice, really good, interesting games. I really miss that company. Okay, 7 minutes. Okay, I've got Half-Life, got Deus Ex. Is this actually recording? Yes, it is recording for you. Deus Ex, an old sort of shooter RPG, quite an influential game. It's sort of like the Citizen Kane of video games. Apparently one of the best game ever. I love it. I probably agree. It probably is one of the most memorable game, best game I've played. Moving on, Rome Total War strategy from the Total War series. Yeah, command units, take over the known world. Really interesting. I played that with my brother as well, although I usually beat my brother. Yeah, Half-Life, another poster. Deus Ex. Yeah, so this is sort of the modern remake of that one there. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's as good as the original, but it's an interesting sort of modern take on it, which sort of has it sort of recaptures what was really good about the first one. But I definitely recommend that game. This is ID Biology. This is a metabolism map, which is it's showing the human metabolism, or sort of part of it, how chemicals are transferred, converted in your body. But it's meant to look like the London Underground with a different tube. Yeah, I quite like Biology. Stronghold. Yes, this is I think it's maybe from 2002 2. It's an old, it's a strategy game, a castle builder. I think it's very underrated, really. I mean, it's a really well designed, really balanced game. I'm not sure why it hasn't really done better. They've made, I think, 3 sequels. None of them were as good as the original, I think, but it's a very good game. Again, I played that with my brother. Gunpoint is an indie sort of stealth 2D platformer. Great jazzy soundtrack, really like it. Last Door, that's what is it? It's a sort of point and click puzzle adventure game. Quite sort of low pixel, low res graphics. It's quite a sort of Lovecraftian inspired game set in sort of Victorian London. Again, very atmospheric, good soundtrack. 10 minutes already, oh god. Okay, so Looper, film about time travel. It's a very gritty, realistic time travel film. It's got Bruce Willis in, definitely worth watching. Children and Men, that's a science fiction film based on a book where the whole human race has gone infertile. Yeah, it's a very powerful film. Patrician 4, I bet no one's heard of this game. This is a trading game. You are a trader in around Scandinavia, and you work your way up the ladder. You can own towns, you can become a pirate. Yeah, very good game. They're not going to be hugely popular ones, but I think I quite enjoy it. Moving on. Oh, that's my onesie drying. Washing a onesie is painful, and it's been there for 3 days. Takes ages to dry. Another mirror. That's my wardrobe. Hello. Lord of the Rings, fantastic trilogy. Love it. Age of Mythology. This is a strategy game. It's a spin-off from Age of Empires, where you can be Greek, Egyptian, or Norse. You align with different gods. You can get huge myth units, sort of like Nemean lion or giants, god powers. It's a really nice strategy game. Good, really fun, good campaign actually. Very long, good campaign. Moving on, Interstellar, another Christopher Nolan film about space travel. Yeah, very powerful. Good film. We've only got a few more right. Okay, another Half-Life reference. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. Yeah, sorry, my phone ran out of memory. Even my phone's complaining that video is too long. So we've got Half-Life, and then moving down here we have Game of 13, self-shaded, so cartoony style first-person shooter. Really well designed, lovely art style. Shame they didn't make a second one. I don't really know why. Quite liked it. That's another Half-Life one. We have Unforeseen Consequences. Now a Mass Effect poster. You got the Normandy, and then you got all the characters from the Mass Effect. So you got Rex, Legion, Samara, Mordin Solus, Grunt. Yeah, I can probably name most of them, which is a bit sad. Another Half-Life poster, Gordon Freeman, blah blah blah. 2 Bioshock posters, quite nice. Only Gods Are King, Only Man, Welcome to Rapture, Bioshock. I mean, this is a lovely poster. I mean, look at it. Directed by Christopher Nolan. Like, that film doesn't exist. So don't try looking for it. It just doesn't exist. Yeah, Bioshock, I completed it a month ago. Yeah, really fun, really unique game. Good writing, good action, really good. I think the only game in that sort of small, first-person shooter RPG, the sort of 0451 genre, the only game I haven't really played is Dishonored, which I'm going to be getting onto in a minute, and I'm going to be playing Bioshock 2 soon. Then we got System Shock, a very old game, a cyborg and a space station. Very old. The control scheme is pretty bad. It's quite clunky, but it's a very influential game. It's made by the same people, the same company, Looking Glass Studios, as Bioshock, System Shock, and a few other games. Age of Empires, yeah, 25 years old. A very old strategy game, but yeah, very influential. It wasn't the first real-time strategy, but it was definitely one influential one. Second one, 20 years old. Still massively played online, really well liked. They're releasing a remastered version of the first one in about 2 weeks, so yeah, February 2018. And they're releasing Age of Empires 4 later this year by Ensemble and Microsoft. So, yeah, that's all the posters. Sorry, this is a very long video. That's what it looks like in my room. And yeah, by the magic of video editing, I have my onesie back. So, back to you, Luca. We'll see what the video editing goes like. But there you go, back to the studio. Hey guys, I'm here in Stoke. This is an indoor frisbee tournament. There's the BU guys. Yeah. It is Ultimate Frisbee. I'm just going to change the camera around. And I can't. Okay, so basically, this is Ultimate Frisbee with the Birmingham second team. I'll look over there. Just about to pull. So, 2 teams. You score by catching in the end zone. Just about to start play now. Have I run out of memory? No, I haven't run out of memory. Thank God for that.
Yeah, let's go, Bron!
There we go. So they have to pass it between themselves. They can't run the disc. Good throw. They try and just catch it in that area over there. Is he going to? And he scores! Well done. Okay, get some more footage later. I'll try and get some footage of me playing. Peace out. See you guys. Getting to the disc. Swing across. Oh, it's a bulleted down by Don. We've got Nick Fine on the sideline. Looking good. Looking fine. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can like film up to 9 minutes in my memory. Trapped on the sideline.
I don't want to make it
Okay. This is exciting footage of a call. What's going to happen? Find out after the break. No, maybe in a few minutes. No. But I think it's good to have footage of this sort of aspect of the game because this is a very important bit, the spirit of the game, talking through calls. In fact, it's probably more exciting than the actual game itself when you think about it. In a very philosophical way. Right, back in the game.
Right, let's go, fly!
Uncontested.
Oh, I see. Use his head.
Good job. Fantastic D by Nick Fine there, Ubi player. Tom Hartland on the sideline. What's he going to do?
Nice, Wardy, on you now, Wardy.
Good swing. To Blade. Oh, yes! Well done, Tom. Patient play. Very patient play. To Marius. A line, give go, it's not give go. Josh. Fantastic. We're 4-1 up. Yeah! And it's Frisbee Firth with the score! No, it's not a score. Crowd are getting restless. Is it a point? Is it not a point? The tension is building on the sideline. Isaac is looking, he's looking so frustrated. Is it a point or not? No, he doesn't. Okay. Oh, that was a good 40 seconds. Okay, Giggs back in. Back to Marius. Back to Ben. To Josh. Ben. To Marius. To Josh. To Furphy. To Josh. To Firth. Come on, BU! Okay guys, we won the UR games. We qualified for nationals. We came 5th, so we qualified. We finished above the first team, so ha 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 ha. This is the first team match. They're playing for 10-9. It'll be 10 for 9th. It's 5-1 to Birmingham. Here are the lads back here. Looking very happy. So there you go, they were the posters on my wall and some footage from the Frisbee. Yeah, so that bit was quite long, but if you didn't like it, well, you got some game film recommendations. There were no music posters actually. I quite like One Republic, quite like 21 Pilots, but yeah, no posters. Not sure why. Anyway, so wrap up the video and just cover some of the stories in the past week and a half. There's probably some stories I've missed. So yeah, I'm not a comprehensive news media outlet. So let's start. So Hawaii had quite an awkward crisis. Everyone in Hawaii had an alert saying Hawaii's going to be hit by a nuclear missile, and there was a false alarm. So a bit awkward. Then we had iOS had a new update, iOS 11. Whoa, exciting! Covering the huge stories, I know. Yeah, they've made it. They've made the basic apps, like the photos, then the notes and the reminders. They've improved them a bit. I don't know. I haven't really seen much of a change, really. I had to delete loads of stuff to actually install the silly thing. What happened? Yeah, so Korea, North and South Korea are going to have one united flag at the Olympics, which is, yeah, I suppose it's good. You know, harmony, world harmony, whatever. Um, yeah, the U.S. government is shut down because the Republicans and Democrats can't agree on something, and it's happened before. Friends, the sitcom is getting reunited. There was an official trailer, so they're going to have a film where all the cast come back together, which is nice. You know, Friends, you know, very 90s show, but yeah, it has some good moments. It's quite nice. It's funny to see how characters age though. Matt LeBlanc has definitely got white hair now. Jennifer Aniston and Phoebe, I don't remember what they're called, but they're still very young. Good job. And then Ed Sheeran, the singer, or as my dad calls him, Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's got engaged. Woohoo, fantastic. And that's pretty it, really. Really sorry, this video is really long, I do know. That's all the news I have. Got the interview next week on Tuesday, and I think I'll be a bit more punctual. Hopefully I'll have the next video up by Friday. I'm not doing a tournament. So I don't know what I'll cover. I'll see what happens in the news. Maybe try something different. But again, thanks to Chris and to Tasha. Yeah, like, subscribe, tell your dog, tell your family. And that's bye from me. See you next week. Bye bye.